Hi, welcome back to Tea with BRE. Okay, if you have time right now, you can go make yourself a cup of tea, pause this video, and then come back, and then we can chat. Go. Or you could just skip the tea, and we can just chat, which is always great too. Okay, today I thought that I would offer a little tool that I feel like has always been really helpful for me. And part of it has come from me doing therapy for a long time and a long time ago. I consistently went to counseling for like 6 years during right before college, through college, and then after college. And now I kind of go just as an ad needed. Wait, I messed that up. Dyslexia. On an as needed basis. And I really believe in therapy. I think it's great for people. I think you do have to find the right therapist. So if you need someone, there are resources out there. Some people say like, oh, I can't afford it. There are affordable options, and a lot of therapists do offer sliding scale. So there's my plug for therapy. But something that came back to me was this little almost a visualization after reading this book here called The Motivation Manifesto, and I love it. So here's this little bit that I want to share with you. Okay. Oh, and just before I read it, I felt like because we're all doing stay at home right now, this was a really great time to really be self-reflective and think about, what's going on in our life. As we're kind of slowed down. I feel like what coronavirus has done in some sense is slown us down a bit in terms of if you're not going out to your regular job, you're staying home more, you have more time to veg out. But I feel like we can also use this opportunity, this time with coronavirus and the stay home order, to really kind of reevaluate and see like, where are we in life, and are we doing the things that we want to be doing? Are we showing up in the way that we want to be showing up? And that's what this little thing is about right here. So this is Brendon Burchard, and this is a really great book. Now picture this in your mind. If I stopped and hovered above my life, what do I see myself doing? And why do I think I'm doing that? So think about that. If you stopped and hovered above yourself, or if you think of like the wise version of yourself, or maybe like a guardian angel, what would that guardian angel see your human self doing and working towards, or thinking about, mulling over? Let's see. Why am I feeling what I'm feeling right now? What result will happen from my current actions and intentions? What is it I can sense that my mind, body, and spirit truly feel and need and desire right now? That is so huge. Just like these couple sentences. It's so big if you're willing to have the self-awareness to go into that state of reflection and consciousness, mindfulness, whatever, to think about like, where am I in life right now? Like, are you there? Are you on the road to getting there? So this is something that I've been thinking about for me. So I'm not trying to be preachy, but it's something I've been thinking about for me. Like, what do I really want? Like, what are goals that I really want to achieve and go for? And am I actually taking actionable steps to achieving those things? So think about this after you are done watching the video. And then something that I love that Brendon Burchard talks about is that a lot of times we lose the desire or passion or the motivation to keep going with our dreams or goals, either because we have regular life that gets in the way and we're just trying to freaking survive, or we just get lost in like mundane things that we're doing in life. And so something he says is that basically we have to keep making the choice to move forward. I love this. So he says, he or she must continue making choices that sustain the desire to achieve whatever goal or intention that they have. He must schedule his routines. He must get a coach. He must run and sweat and fight for growth. And he must do this over and over again. And I think that's really important for right now, especially as we're home. A lot of people, like on social media, I've been seeing like are bored or like aren't feeling inspired or just kind of, you know, in a blah state. And so what I love that Brendon Burchard is saying is like, you have to keep pushing yourself. Like it's not easy. You have to keep pushing yourself forward towards your desires, towards your goals. And I just think it's really lovely. So the sustaining choices of motivation are thus attention and effort. So if you have a dream in your life, it's never going to happen if you're not actively going for it. If you're not making the calls that you need to make, if you're not sitting down and taking the time to write when you need to be writing, or I don't know, working on a science project, or practicing the piano, or exercising if you're trying to lose weight, or studying for the GRE if you want to go to grad school, whatever it is, you know, or just it could be anything, like showing up for your kids if you're a parent in a better way that fulfills their needs and your own needs, having a closer relationship with family members. All these things you can accomplish and you can attain these things in your life, but you have to keep going and you have to have the self-awareness. But what I love, and to bring this back to my little therapy thing, was that in therapy, my therapist back in the day would say, like, you know, visualize that wise part of yourself, like my Buddha friend here. Isn't he sweet? I'm not Buddhist, but I like a lot of the practices of Buddhism. So anyways, calling in that wise part of yourself, and how would they nurture you? How would they take care of you like you need to be taken care of? And it goes the same thing for goals, like the greatest potential of yourself. If you see yourself where you are, and then yourself as your highest potential manifested, you know, that part of yourself, the highest potential manifested, can look over you and say, well, you could be, you know, working on this more, you could be doing this, you could be doing this. And, you know, think about, like, what are some ways you can bolster up those actions in your life to really finding fulfillment in things that are going to make your heart full. Because isn't that what we all want? We want a full heart. We want fulfillment. We want joy. We want love. We want to be the greatest version of ourselves possible. So that's kind of what I've been thinking about. And I think it's a good time for it since we're all home more. And then there's one other saying, I don't know who said it, but it is, how you spend your time is how you spend your life. And I think that's really true. So all of the menial things that you're doing, and yeah, it's great to take time to chill and relax, because we all have to do that, and it's, you know, important to unplug and recharge. But if you say you want to be, what could you want to be? A pilot, let's say. But you never enroll in flight classes. Are you going to become a pilot? Probably not. So put your feet into motion. Pick up the phone. Do whatever you need to do. Okay? You got this. And I definitely recommend this book. And this is not an ad. It's just a book that I picked up and really like. And Paulo Coelho, the author of The Alchemist, a very popular book, he also recommends the Motivation Manifesto. So get it. Okay? Bye, guys.